Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Arcanarama's Beyond the Liminal Haven. Welcome back, our vibrant voyagers. I am your Ryuutama, McCall Clark, and I am joined, as always, by our very spirited Arcana crew. Say hello, Arcana crew.
Hello!
So let's just get right back into it. Let's go ahead and just start you guys off with condition checks for me. Right?
Okay. Surely it can't be worse than yesterday.
You guys have a bunch of pluses to this because you had really good food,
it's like
you
plus
had musicians
2 or
touch,
3 or something?
and
Plus
then
2, I think.
so at least for those I know you guys have +2.
Yeah.
I think Keiru gets an additional +1 for something else. But I don't remember.
Not for condition. If it was a travel check, I would get another +1.
Okay.
Well, you know, it says I get +1 to journey checks, and condition check is a journey check. So maybe I do?
Oh, it's
what
plus 2?
What do you
I
think?
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you get +1 from the food and +1 from the gloopy tunes.
So close.
Whoa!
+1 from, okay, so we'll call it
I'm both
+3.
10.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, that's a fumble. This is what I'm going to take from that.
Oh, that means you get to increase one of your guys.
What'd you get, Rem?
I got 11.
Nice.
Also got 11.
Oh, fuck yeah. 15!
Whoa.
What the hell?
Holy
Was that like-
shit.
Oh, almost perfect. One away, right?
I rolled a 9 and a 4. So yeah, almost.
Oh, wait, we're +2, right? So
Yeah.
that'd be 13. Yeah.
Damn, y'all are killing it. What'd you get, Fathom?
9.
Sorry, you're 1 away. What a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like you guys had some really good rest after that long, arduous trip up to the mountains. It was nice to get into an actual bed again, and also to have some really delicious food. All right, so you guys are going to be enjoying some breakfast at the inn as Lucas creates a little spread for you guys, some delicious spreads, jams, jellies, and local food, so that way you guys can fill your stomachs before you head out on your trip.
Sprinkle spiders on my jammy toast.
Just squirting the jelly.
I regret giving you the spider cup. That's on me, though.
Why'd you do
that? It seemed like a good idea at the time.
It's literally my prized possession.
I think I'm just like pushing my food around, not really eating it. Kind of, yeah.
That would be unusual.
Yeah. Oh, I like food.
Are you not hungry?
Yeah, just not feeling it today.
Could I offer you a condiment?
What is that?
A jar full of spiders.
I'm good. Thank you.
Are you gonna be okay to go up the mountain and?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I just like,
I move my food as far away from the spiders as possible.
I just pat you on the arm and take one of your pieces of jam toast and eat it.
Perhaps a song to motivate you. And then I'll play what I can assume would be a gloopy version of a Hot Springs melody. The bloops of the bubbles of the hot springs coming up, inspiring me.
So, do you get this once a day?
I mean, I can really do it whenever it's appropriate. It just costs me a hit point.
Okay, so you're good then.
So a 5, which is not a fail, which is fine.
Everybody gets a +1 to their next roll.
Nice. And my hit points go down to 10.
And that song was acceptable.
Yeah, it's not my best work, but it's all right. Okay.
And just then, the door to the inn opens. A kind of tall, slender man with long, kind of wavy, dark brown hair walks in, and Sasha and Lucas turn and greet him. Oh, hey there! Did you need a room to stay? And he's like, no, hello. I'm Gideon. I'm supposed to be taking some tear bringers up to the cavern of the hot spring spirit. Is that you, fine folk?
That's us, yeah.
That's us.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Yeah, Whiskers recruited me last night, and so, we gotta get up there and figure out what's going on with this thing. It'll be nice to have some company.
Gideon?
Eating, yeah.
Yeah.
And you are?
Rim.
Oh, wonderful. You gonna eat that?
I'm all good.
He goes to eat some. He's like, right. It's going to be a bit of a hard journey, so, you're going to want to need your strength, and, you're going to want to dress warmly. Is that...
Warm.
Are you wearing high heels?
Well, they're sort of. A little bit. They're platforms.
Okay. Boots are probably preferable, but you aren't wearing shoes at all. All right, you're a frogman. Okay. All right, well, you know what? This will be a little bit different than I expected. It's fine. We'll make do.
We found these sticks for walking with.
Those are very good sticks.
Thanks.
Very excellent sticks. Well done. You see him like kind of
there
start to be
any-
like,
Are there any surprise holes on the way to the mountain, or
holes, maybe not so much holes, a couple of rock slides
how
here and
dare
there.
you? No, we're good on holes.
I mean, I'll be honest, you're out in the wild.
You're not
Holes
making it better.
Holes are everywhere. You never know. Just gotta keep a lookout for them.
Keep your eyes peeled for crevasses.
It's bad for me. In general, kind of bad for me.
It's kind of like if you...
I'll be walking ahead, so I'll
Shout
where
point
you're
out
going.
any.
Shout for holes.
I'll let you know if they're coming up. We can do that. All right then. Cool. We're gonna get going here shortly, and just then the door to the inn opens again, and yet another figure stands in the doorway. What?
Another friend.
Another friend or enemy or lover.
It's a copy of the first man. Pull out a gun.
He's a twin and he's mad about it.
Gideon.
This one has a goatee.
And a curly mustache.
Nah.
I'm Gideon.
Smoking a cigarette on one of those long things.
I've tied all of your girlfriends to the railroad tracks.
I'm Waluidian. This is what 3.5 hours of sleep is to me.
Yay!
I'm not sleep deprived at all.
But hey, if you like and subscribe, we're all gonna get 8 hours. Don't forget to hit the bell.
We're not allowed to sleep unless you like to subscribe.
Cameron doesn't let us.
I'm not in charge anymore.
That's just PR.
You did this.
I did. I electrocuted all of you and put shocking mechanisms on your beds so it wakes you up every 10 minutes.
You're always doing that.
Well, it's fun for me.
Who walks in?
Oh, right. Now, this time you see a woman, a little bit shorter. She's got kind of shoulder-length gray hair, and she's wearing this like deep purple robe, and she's got a very large walking stick with her. And she walks in, and she waves hello to Sasha and Lucas, and so she goes, "Oh, Seraphina, hey, it's good to see you. What can we do you for?" I was actually just informed by Whiskers that there are a couple of adventurers that might be traveling up the mountain to see the hot spring spirit. Might
That's
that be
us.
all? Oh, wonderful. I'm glad that I caught you in time. Actually, I just came from there, checking on the spirits. So I might have some information that can help you guys out.
That would be great. Are you the Seraphina?
Unless there are, others, I might be, yes.
Creator of the Anthesis Whale?
Yes, that is me. Yeah.
We have many of those.
I think Gideon is also like, oh, okay, well, let's hear it then, so we know what we're up against. Should we sit? Could we possibly have some tea? And Luke is like, yeah, of course, and goes and brings you all some hot green teas.
Nice.
Serafina, sitting down, she's kind of got a regal air about her. You can tell that she's kind of lined with age, but she's nowhere near the age that you would think that she would be for having founded the Liminal Haven over 40 years ago. She's like, oh, you said that you had questions? Well, where should we start?
Do we start with the hot spring, or do we start with the everything else
Let's start with the hot spring, because that's pressing.
and work our way to out?
Yeah.
Great. So, is the spirit sick?
Unfortunately, yes. I was able to make it to their cavern and check on them. It's quite a dire sight, unfortunately. They're seeming to be overly lethargic. Typically, when I've seen the spirit before, it's a rather upbeat, benevolent, energetic kind of a spirit, and this time he was unfortunately laying rather without moving under labored breath, and some forces there were seeming to be a bit more malevolent towards me, something I'd never seen before.
Like other spirits?
Was it like kind of goo?
It was more like a mist,
Oh.
some kind of a dark, wispy
The
form.
the hot spring spirit. What is it like? What kind of spirit is it? Like, what form does it take? What?
Oh, it's, well, like a very large, rounded, halfway between maybe a bear and a cat.
Okay.
Like a giant popo.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, right. Popo's my friend from Liminal Haven. He's a Bentarong.
Oh, a winter what?
Like a bear cat.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I hear they smell like popcorn.
They do. They smell just like
They
popcorn.
smell just like
Is delightful.
Have you happened to hear about the bog mother in the swamps?
I have heard that there have been issues with the bog mother of late, yes.
Do you think they're related?
It could be very possible. It would be strange for it to be coincidental, actually, at this point, I would think. I've honestly never seen a spirit with an ailment, anything like this.
We encountered
You ever been
that
sick?
corrupted cat
Not that I remember.
that attacked the buffalo. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was dripping black goo, and then the black goo came to life and also tried to attack us, and it kept killing the grass where it touched it.
Oh, well, that's dreadful. I'm glad that you are all safe.
And then the goo that it spit up also came to life and attacked us.
Interesting. Well, we may have our work cut out for us then. Fortunately, I do believe that I might have a cure for what ails the spirits. I'm not particularly a fighter, so if this black mist is anything like your goo, we may have some problems, but I think that what we have here is an imbalance in the spirit. Where he has a lack of energy, we may have to find an abundance of energy. Fortunately, I have something that will allow us to take that abundance of energy to him as hopefully a cure. Having never done it before, we'll see if it works. And she produces from her robes a small circular, like flask-like thing with a very large red jewel on it. You are all familiar with the Anthesis Well at Liminal Haven. You wouldn't perchance be the travelers of this decade.
We were hoping to help out the hot spring spirit to get the crystal tear of Heartshold.
Right. Okay. Well, this is based on similar magics to the Cities of the Hearts that collects the magics, and it's also a transportable container similar to an arcane lantern. But this one, we would be able to actually get smaller amounts than what a crystal tear would be. That is something that takes close to a decade to form enough for it to be useful at all. This will actually turn it into an elixir. So we simply need to find people, creatures with an abundance of energy and have them expend that.
Oh.
Expend meaning.
Simply be active and experience the opposite of lethargy, movement.
Like you think if I wore it on our way up the mountain, it would fill it up a little bit?
Possibly a little bit. I think that we're going to need quite a bit more than that, though.
Oh.
I think that we can probably use the residents of the city and perhaps even the feline residents of the city.
What if we had a cat race?
Or a concert.
Or a festival of some kind.
Yeah, okay, hear me out. We have a festival. We put different numbers of little slips of paper and parchment on the cats, right? And whoever gets the lowest number, whoever gets number 1 off of the cat, they win some sort of prize. So we got the whole town chasing a bunch of cats. That sounds like a lot of energy, right?
Will this not upset the cats?
I don't know.
How many spirits live here?
There's quite a few, but there's also quite a few humans and animals that...
So it
Those-
doesn't have to be spirits.
Right, it'll be...
okay.
Yes, it'll actually be more potent if they're humans and creatures.
And then maybe afterwards, to celebrate whoever wins, we throw a big dance party. Because then, after running around and chasing cats, everybody's dancing, and that's even more energy.
Gideon's like, I'm for this cat race.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
We could also maybe just get everybody in... No, that seems dangerous. Never mind. I was going to say we could get everybody in town to go up the mountain and commune with the hot spring spirit. But that seems dangerous for them.
And Gideon's like, I am not for this idea.
Does Whiskers... Maybe I'm just reading into this too much. But Whiskers is a spirit of the mountain who looks like a cat. It's not a cat spirit. So he doesn't have any sway over the cats of the town.
I don't know that anyone has sway over the cats of the town.
I did try.
I mean, in that case, just getting the numbers on the cats could also expend a lot of energy.
Do they need numbers? Can we just... There's a
Oh, we
gray
could just
one.
pick a cat.
Yeah.
We'll find the most lively cat and maybe find somebody who's good at drawing pictures. And we'll be like, all right, hunt's on, find this cat.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem with that is if nobody finds the cat, then...
Well, they'll just keep searching. People still be running all around. It's better if they don't find the cat, because that's
Just-
more energy for the little flask.
Does the flask need to be worn, or...
It needs to be in close proximity, not necessarily worn, but
So sending people to all ends of the town could cause a problem. We could just have a festival and lively games that keep people active and spirits up. How long do you think we have before it gets worse?
well, I'm not certain, but obviously we'd want to get the hot springs up and running as quickly as possible. I would say that if we're lucky, we could maybe fill the flask by tonight and then head up to the mountain in the morning. Excellent. Okay.
Okay. So
What if we just do a regular race?
that can be part of it.
I mean, that's a good way to have a bunch of people in one area all expending energy at the same time, because they're kind of clustered together on whatever the path we choose is.
Or if we just held a festival in the center of town.
That's also
What
true.
if you like played a song that was like...
Or
That
what
really
if
went somewhere.
maybe we have you
Kind
at,
of cat Pied Piper. Yes.
or maybe we have you at the back of the group of people doing the race, and you play that song that we all hate, and they want to run away from you.
That might negatively impact the thingy.
It'll turn the energy evil.
The bad gloops might
The
infect.
gem glows black.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe maybe we have maybe we combine these ideas, right? We have the race early in the day, and then the festival celebrates the winner, and maybe they get set on like a platform somewhere, and it's like a festival in your honor because you won the race, so that there's motivation for somebody to win the race, because then you get celebrated after.
I mean, we could also just tell people that we're trying to save the hot springs, and that would also be pretty motivating.
That's true.
Get down here and dance.
There are quite a lot of artisans in the city. We could find dancers and musicians and have a very lively festival. Yeah.
Make everyone dance.
Get your friend from yesterday.
Yes, perhaps together we could make them all dance.
Maybe our prizes could be tickets to an inn for a night. We could just buy a couple and then pass those out, and once the hot springs are up and running, you can use them.
Sasha is just like, we'll gladly donate that for you guys. If it's in favor of getting the hot springs up and running again, that's fine.
I'm sure the people here have missed being able to use them, so...
Excellent. Well, I'm not sure how to orchestrate this, but let's give it a shot, shall we? So
we could go to one side of town and try and rustle people up. And maybe we could talk to Whiskers and have him help.
We could find an artisan who maybe knows how to make prints of things, and we could make posters and put them up all over town. Party for the hot springs.
Yeah.
all right, party for the hot springs. To break it down, what are you guys doing? Are you splitting up to go find an artisan to make prints and talk to Whiskers, as well as talking to musicians? And
I think that seems like it makes the most sense.
I feel like Rem could talk to like food vendors.
Yeah.
You speak their language.
Yeah.
Noodles. Drinks.
A flask of unending, broth.
You could have a soup stand.
Yeah.
I forgot you got that fucking flask of soup.
So yeah, I'll go talk to Whiskers. Rem's gonna talk to food vendors. You're gonna get like posters.
I'll go with Rem, and once we know who's down to be the food, I'll put that information on the posters too.
Nice. And you're gonna talk to musicians and dancers?
Yeah. Well, musicians, and I'll have them talk to dancers or something, maybe.
Yeah, so if you go to the Celestial Archive, you're met once again with Lord Percival Beaumont. Back again. I thought you would be on your way up the mountainside. No?
It's kind of like we have a thing to do before we do that thing. It's like a two-step save the hot spring spirit program.
Like a pre-hike of some sort.
Sort of.
You see the Whiskers' head kind of comes out from around the corner. Is that a kettle I hear?
It's a kettle.
Well, hello, Vesper.
Hi, Whiskers. So Serafina found us, and she made an energy-containing flask that we can probably use to revitalize the hot spring spirit, but we have to fill the flask with a lot of vitality and energy. So we were thinking that we would hold a festival today. So that
Yes. Good idea. Cat races.
and that could be part of it, for sure, if you could help us wrangle the cats. That was kind of the problem here, was getting all the cats to cooperate. So if you
Precisely. Exactly how you would get the most energy expended, by chasing cats. I love it.
Yeah, we could also do that. For sure.
Lord Percival, quickly, send out the word to everyone in town. We're having a cat race.
Yeah, that'll get people places. Sasha and Lucas are donating some tickets to their inn for people to use once the hot springs are back up as prizes for games and cat races. So,
Why do you say it like that?
but basically, we're just trying to get the word out and get as many people to the town square today and as many people helping to get a bunch of energy. And I guess a bunch of cats. So if you have a plan for cats, cat race is on.
There's no plan for cats. You simply just chase them in a cat race. He turns to Lord Percival. Lord Percival, let's make this happen.
You know what?
Waves a big paw.
Why don't we have a cat judging contest where everybody brings you their favorite cat and then you judge your favorite of the cats?
Oh,
That
I
they
could
bring.
no sooner choose a favorite cat than a star in the heavens.
Oh,
What if we
like
had a
that
lot of categories? So it's like best fluff and best chunk and bluest eyes. You know? So then you don't have to choose one favorite.
Ah, yes, quantifiable. This we can do.
Right. So that'll be kind of the peak of the evening. The
Cat judging.
judgment.
Shall go down in history as Cat Judgment Day.
Right.
Okay.
Everybody else is running around trying to gather up vendors and musicians and all the other things that go into festival, but if you could help us get the word out to everybody, that would be great.
Of course, yes. And then Lord Percival sweeps in, and he's like, "Yes, that sounds like a wonderful plan. I'll be able to help you there.
Great.
We will send out the word."
In the meantime, I'm gonna go find Keiru, because sometimes he alarms people with spiders, and I think that would be bad for bringing them to our side.
Right, the spiders thing. Okay, good idea.
Right. I'm gonna run off to follow him around and keep a lid on the spider jar.
Are we gonna arrange horse fights also at this festival?
Horse fights.
Are they traditional?
The cats fight the horses.
Oh no!
Are they horse-sized cats?
10 on 1.
Yeah, it's
10
just a
cats to
lot
one
of cats
horse.
against one horse.
Oh no.
Watching lions take down a giraffe.
Okay, let's cut over to Rem and Fathom. Lucas is gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I think I can help you out there. I know some of the vendors in town, so we can make the rounds and see who we can rustle up."
Excellent.
Good.
You got any like parchment and a quill I could borrow for a second?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And
Nice.
he goes and finds some for you.
Yeah, and I'll just like quickly scratch down an idea, a rough draft of the poster, and it just says "Party for the Hot Spring" at the top, and
Girls.
there's like a little depiction of a lady dancing and her dress is twirling in front of what I presume the entrance to the hot springs to look like, and then having the hot springs on either side with steam coming up from them, and it says cat races, hot food, dance party, live music.
can you put like a cat running behind her, maybe?
That's perfect.
I'll put cats chilling in the hot springs.
Two
I
cats.
think cats like chilling in the hot.
These ones do.
How could they not?
I feel like we need to make this drawing and then actually drop it in Discord.
Oh, I've made
It's
it.
made.
So, you know.
It's already made.
I'm just adding the cats.
Yeah, then Lucas like takes a look and says, "Oh wow, you're quite talented, Fathom."
Oh, well, thanks. I've never tried to draw before. But I figure we could find somebody in town who's better at it and maybe make a bunch of these and I can start just posting them up.
Oh, right, absolutely. Yeah, there's plenty of artists in town that would love to help, I'm sure.
Everyone's so nice.
So yeah, you go and you do the rounds. Actually, can both of you guys make me, let's do a persuasion check, which will be intelligence spirit.
I like that. I'm like, yeah, what if the thing I'm worse at?
I've got spirit. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
How
that's
about
Okay.
you?
negotiations.
I rolled a 9.
Pretty good. 9.
You all get +1 to these rolls.
Oh,
because
10.
of the music.
10.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, you guys make the rounds throughout this town, and there are very few people that say that they can't make it or do like, they try to
Cat
bow out. Everybody
races?
else is
Okay.
like all about it. They're like, oh, it's been a long time since we've had a good cat race. Yeah, let's do this.
That's the selling
Of
point
course.
for everyone.
Had it before, definitely, yeah.
Listen,
Like
we're
the,
having,
this random idea that Fathom had is like the thing that they love.
we're having a
Our
festival.
city's full of cats. Of course we've had this before.
We're having a festival, and it'd be great if you could do a pop-up dumpling shop. There's going to be dancing and live music, and they're like, cat races. Hold on.
Don't you move it.
I'm in.
They're like, we always have dancing and live music. Cat races. Oh, why didn't you say so? All right, so back it up. Let's go.
We're doing the 80s movie montage where like we arrange the party at the last minute to
Yeah.
save the town.
We can do every kind of cat race. First, people chasing cats. Second, the
Cats
cats.
chasing people.
Second, cats chasing people. Third, the people who caught the cats in the first race those cats against the other cats.
Inevitably, cats just chase cats.
Yeah. Every kind of cat race you can think of.
This is very exciting. Lucas is like, I know an alleyway with some really good cats. I'll show you.
Can have a cat election. There's like a different kind of race that they're running.
Oh, a campaign for cats.
I saw the cogs turning after that one as you were trying to figure out what other cat races there could be. Excellent. Let's go ahead and cut over to Keru now, as Vesper makes her way towards you.
Hello.
Have you found anyone yet?
They might not get up this early.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, right? We're trying to negotiate with people to do stuff for free. You don't have to offer them any spiders.
Well, but they're free.
People usually don't want them.
I know what people want,
And it's spiders.
and it's spiders.
I'm just suggesting.
Why
that
would
maybe,
a little girl have a spider jar if people didn't like spiders?
I think she was something special in this world.
To be clear, I'm messing with you.
Okay. Because, and I need to make this clear, you offer a lot of people a lot of spiders.
I find it funny.
Okay.
I like that we're finding out that Keru has a very twisted sense of humor.
In that case, I'll just follow you because I didn't know where else to go. And I knew I had some time.
I listen for anyone playing music anywhere as my guide to find them, since
Yeah, I think that you very easily are able to find probably a couple of different sounds coming from various directions. Maybe the sound of a harp in one way and the sound of some pipes in another direction. These are just artisans that set up anywhere throughout the city.
I'll approach the sounds, the musical sounds, to find someone that we can bring to our cause.
You see this like young girl, and she's got a harp, and she's like playing it, and she's like do 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 fuck do 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 fuck, and like just keeps fucking it up over and over again, getting more and more frustrated.
Yeah.
I'll say, you can't force it,
Oh,
the sound.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
You're getting nervous and making mistakes.
It's a very difficult song. I just can't seem to get it right.
Maybe take a break and play a song you know.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah. You like look at her hands and her fingers are like pink. She's clearly been at this for a very long time. Make a persuasion check for me, intelligence spirit. I'm gonna have her.
A 10.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you add the +1?
I did.
Yep.
She kind of sits back and takes a little breather, and she's like, you know what? I don't even like that song very much. I'm gonna play a different one. She starts playing a different tune, and this one she's actually very, very good at. I'll even say that you're able to join in with her, and it sounds wonderful and lovely. She's like, yes, this is it. This is the jam, as they say.
Play this song tonight at the festival.
The festival? What kind of festival?
The cat festival.
You hear somewhere in the background Lord Percival shouting, "Everybody, cat races tonight!" And she's like, "Oh, the cat races, okay."
Yes.
We're doing that again.
We are trying to save the hot springs.
I'm not quite sure I understand how cat races will save the hot springs, but anything for the springs.
It's complicated. Well, it's not really complicated, but... Well, let's just play music.
Excellent idea.
Can you bring your friends who also play music?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would, but I don't have any friends.
I suck very bad. Nobody seems to like me.
I have chosen poorly. No.
I guess I'll go find a couple more musicians like that and just try to like network it out so that like I get them on board and then they bring their friends so that we end up with like a bunch of people to play.
I think that with those roles, you guys are pretty successful in gathering up a bunch of people to get on your side. Again, there's very few people that say no to this. They're all for saving the hot springs, and eventually the flyers start making the rounds. They're actually not that different from what Fathom drew out, just a little bit more stylized, I would say. And people are like getting these flyers, and they're like, "Oh, excellent work!" Yeah. Yeah, and everybody seems very stoked about these cat races. You see people like going around starting to like try to pick out cats, and they're like trying to whisper cats down from roofs and stuff, and they're like, "We need the orange one. I've seen him run. He's the fastest. Come on, darling, come on."
And you just hear like throughout.
Yeah,
the
there's the whole place stinks of fish as people are trying to tempt cats.
It was pleasant here when we got here.
Do we ruin everywhere?
The last Spokeswood was fine when we left, and we didn't ruin the swamp. That was ruined when we got there.
That's true.
So-
And the buffalo wasn't our fault.
Right? So 1 out of 4. That's fine. That's normal odds. That's the amount of ruining anybody could do to any town.
Out of character, I will say we not burned down a lot of places this time.
We've burned down nowhere.
Yeah.
I often feel like I ruin places when I go because of the vibe, but it is less
That's
when I'm with you.
that's
all.
that's really sad.
It is.
In my experience, you've ruined nothing. You've added more spiders than I'm used to in a situation, but that's not necessarily ruining it. That's just not for some people.
Right.
And I think you can learn to love a spider. Maybe not in like the edible sense. But that's, cultural foods should be respected and valued, even if they're not for you. And you play nice music. You've upped the vibes more than you've ruined the vibes. You've only done that once. And I think that was mostly Fathom who was upset.
You may have sensitive ears.
He is an otter. You know how animals tend to have more sensitive ears and noses? Spirits are not animals, they just look like animals sometimes. Do they also have more sensitive ears and noses?
I don't know anything about spirits.
Right. I had a book about them I was supposed to study, but I got distracted in the middle, and I ended up going and getting some snacks.
Party for the hot springs!
You like,
Put a flyer in each of your hands. Oh, hey, how's it going, y'all?
Oh, good job!
How'd the search go for all the other stuff?
Well,
Nice. I'm glad that this post ran in a lie.
I thought that was going to be false. Well, after the cat races, Whiskers is going to have a Cat Judgment Day.
Does that take a lot of energy?
He's going to appraise all of the cats
Okay.
that are in the race, based on different qualities that he finds admirable about them.
Do you think the crowd will be hyped for that?
I think if it's the cat they chose, they'll be excited. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Everybody's gonna be excited to see what their cat got.
Maybe we can post up in different sections of the crowd and we can each hype up different cats so that people are still excited.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I just keep thinking
Not
of like a cat.
expect this day to go like this. I'm just gonna be honest.
I can't get the image out of my head of a cat version of Terminator 2 Judgment Day now. After you said after a cat Judgment Day, I don't know why. just like a metal paw going into molten lava, trying to raise a thumb, but they don't have one.
It's like pawing at something outside of the lava. Little string.
There's a cup on the edge of it, and it just knocks it in.
Did you manage to find some food people?
Yeah.
Restaurants?
Yeah.
So I'd say that you've got like the center of town. There's a big like central area that various artisans set up their markets and stuff there when they're just randomly doing pop-up events and selling their stuff. This place is now bustling with a bunch of different crowds and people. Vendors are around setting up little stands with food, and then also you see like musicians and dancers kind of trailing in. People getting set up and ready to have this festival that you guys have put together in a single day.
The efficiency. This is what tabletop is all about, is living out things like being that organized.
This is the most unhinged Studio Ghibli film that's ever existed.
I feel like this would be right at home in like Kiki's delivery service.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have to throw a party. I'll tell everyone. Flies from business to business.
Yeah, we'll have a little montage of that. We're gonna have a montage of the cat races too.
Hell
Do you guys participate in the cat races?
Yeah, okay. If a cat race is on, I'm gonna try and catch a cat.
All right. Whoever's participating, roll double decks for me.
Nice. My greatest skill.
You're gonna catch 12 cats.
Okay, good. Just a 4, but not a fumble.
You first.
7? Oh, I'm sorry, 8, because we got that +1.
Nice. For cat racing, I love it.
8.
You catch 8 cats each. Fathom,
Holy
did
shit.
Oh
Yeah, I've got a 4.
You only got a 4?
Yeah, Dex is my lowest stat.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your highest.
No.
Oh.
I want to grab at least one of them with my tongue, just like.
Oh, God. The cat is not particularly happy about this, but you managed to wrangle a cat.
I just
Vesper,
have like the top layer of my skirt folded up, and I just have cats.
I'm
I like pick one
Right,
up,
question.
and pick another and drop it, and just like only have 2
trying
cats at a time.
not to chase any cats, but does that make any cats interested in me that I'm trying not,
I would say that if you're actively trying to ignore cats,
Yes.
and you have your arms crossed
Yep.
and are like not making eye contact with
Yeah.
any of them, like one
You're
is
like-
probably going to come up and like start rubbing on you and nuzzling on you. It's a very big, fluffy black cat, and it's got
Is it really fluffy?
very yes.
Is it maybe
very wide
the winner
eyes.
of fluffiest? We'll find out.
You sneaky
do,
Stay
you,
tuned.
do you grab him?
I slowly, yeah. I like pet it a little bit and then pick it up.
As you try to pick it up, make a double dex.
Okay. 6.
It was like it only liked you because you weren't interested in it. You're trying to pick it up. It's struggling against you, but you can hold on to it if you so desired to.
Nah, I let it go. It's fine.
Do you want
And
one
it
of mine?
immediately comes back and starts rubbing on your
You can have one of mine. I have an orange one, and there's a gray one, and then there's one that has all
Has all?
the colors.
Okay.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fathom, you end up with a very large, old, chubby cat with patches of fur missing.
God.
Its eyes are slightly cockeyed.
I think this cat might be too old.
It goes, "Quack, quack." It just like spits up a hairball.
Is there an award for oldest cat?
Probably. I think he wants to give every cat an award of some kind.
Nice.
Is that all right?
I hope so.
Gonna make it to
Can I
the
take a ribbon and just tie it around the cat?
What ribbon would you like to give this cat? What would you award this cat?
Like around the center.
Are you awarding him a ribbon, or are you just like making him pretty?
I don't know if you've ever like tied something around a
Oh.
cat, but they just like fall over and stop functioning.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to like capture this cat is like tie a ribbon around it.
You managed to tie a ribbon around the cat, and it just, as it tries to walk, falls over and is kind of confused and tries to get up and falls over again and is just kind of
I don't even pick it up. I
immobilized.
just like let it lay there. Yeah.
So far, so good. The festival's going great, and now it's time for Cat Judgment Day. Yeah, you see Whiskers' massive form.
That is
in the
every time I
center
knock
of
on a
town.
door, that's the rhythm I do.
And he just shouts out, he's like, "Yes, bring me your cats for judgment." And everybody's like, "What? What? Okay."
In a good way. Yeah, hooray!
So there's just like a line of people that are like holding cats. Some are like chill with it, and others are like fighting and not crazy about it. And he's just like, "Ha ha! Feistiest cat goes to you." And then the next one, he's just like doling out. Like,
Did I do that one already?
he's like,
You also get it.
"This is the dirtiest cat I've ever seen. Wonderful. Next."
What about this one?
He's like, "This is the most traumatized cat I've ever seen."
Oh.
Eyes in different directions.
I put it down.
You should wash your hands.
Yeah.
Is that a film?
And why was it greasy? Are they usually greasy like that?
I don't think so.
Oh. Find a nearby, like, just little, like, pond or something to...
You're like washing your hands in the fountain.
Yeah.
It's like it's beautiful and like it has gilt gold and beautiful, like intricate vine work and stuff in it. And then like your hands are just running black under it.
Nobody drink this.
I don't think it's drinking water in the first place.
It's not.
It's a fountain.
Yeah. I thought that was just, like, free.
For drinking?
Yeah. You ever get thirsty on the street?
It's usually treated.
So it's better for you?
You see this couple of dancers just like stumble out and be like, "Yeah, good job, man. I know it's a little bit off on that last part, but we really did good." And they just start drinking from the fountain.
I just
There's
walk
some just
away.
like just the gloopiest music going on behind them.
Is Karu back with the... Are you with the musicians?
I guess I will have released all of the cats that I caught after they were judged. This one tasted the worst.
He caught them with his tongue
No.
and some spiders. Can we catch sight of Seraphina anywhere and the flask?
Yeah.
Do things seem to
I
be
think that
going?
you see Seraphina's still with Gideon, and you see that she's just like laughing and clapping and having a wonderful time and like actually enjoying the festival as well. And when you catch eyes with her, she's like, "Oh," and she holds out the flask and she's like pointing to it, and it's like glowing.
This was a huge waste of time.
When are we gonna do the thing that I said to do?
The thing that
No. This was wonderful. This was exactly what the town needed. We filled up the flask entirely. I think that we can actually, go up to the mountains tomorrow, and I think that we can actually save the hot springs.
Oh, great!
You think people are gonna maybe sing songs about this?
I think they're singing them right now. And you hear some song going on in the background about Cat Judgment Day.
I had this.
It's not what you think. No cats died.
Well, one cat cat was a sinner.
We're not damning them.
Judgment is nigh. It just sounds very ominous.
Are the cats all afraid of everyone now, or are the cats enjoying the process?
There's a
in any
little bit of
way?
both. I think that there's some cats that that were maybe younger and they're having fun chasing ribbons and being played with, and some of them are loving being adored. There's other people that had brushed and groomed certain cats for the judgment and trying to get the prettiest cat and stuff like that. So the cats are all being adored. Some are maybe stressed out, but the rest of them are having a good time.
I poured some broth for the cat near me.
Did you untie it?
Yeah.
It takes the broth. It's fine.
Okay. I very.
I was feeling guilty about this.
I want to ask Serafina a question when there's a moment.
Yes, of course. What can I do for you, Kairu?
The elixir.
Yes.
What can it cure?
What I believe the corruption to be is just that it's lacking energy, so this is just refilling that for him. Where the corruption started, I'm not entirely sure, and how it got sick, and I can't say for certain that we won't have to do this again if we don't find that source, but I think that this is hopefully going to work.
Could you make an elixir to cure me?
Cure you? Of what?
It was not always so.
You
I'll
mean
gesture to my
the spiders
form
thing?
of frog man,
Oh. Oh.
and I don't remember things.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure if these are of the same vein. I would say that were any human or humanoid to drink this, that they probably wouldn't have the same effect as a spirit drinking it, simply because of the way the magics work.
But could you
But-
make a different one?
Perhaps. I'm not sure what the opposite of frog is to balance that out, though.
I do not know.
We could do other studies and see what it is that we can find out about your condition and hopefully find a solution for you.
Do you know what could have turned me this way?
Well, she kind of just starts walking around you and holding out your frog arm and looking at the webbing and everything. She goes, "No idea." No, I'm sure that it has arcane magic properties in here somewhere because, those magics create the world around us, and so they clearly changed you in some way. I would not think that this is the work of some spirit who did this. This seems like meddling with arcane from a human.
Understood.
I am sorry that this has befallen you, but you are quite a fantastic musician.
I appreciate that. But it's lonely living as a frog.
Yes, I am familiar with loneliness. I would understand wanting to find a solution for that.
I would trade all of my spiders for it. And gold, I guess.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Thank
Let's
you.
help the hot spring spirit first, and
Yes, of course.
then, yes, we'll continue to work on this.
There was a solid 10 seconds where I could tell that Sam was trying to figure out what the opposite of frog was.
I have some items. It starts with bug, because frog eat bug.
I saw a whole thought process go on.
I have princess, because obviously.
Okay.
Bird? Question mark. Dog? Because
Dog I actually kind of liked a little bit.
a frog is wet,
Dogs are wet.
and dogs are fuzzy.
Yeah, I think you need something that is notoriously dry.
That's kind of why I got bird.
No, but birds take baths.
You know, notoriously dry birds. I guess ducks. Ducks are hydrophobic.
You know, when I look at a bird, I'm like, that is a very dry bird.
When I look at a bird, I think it's not a frog.
Ostriches are pretty dry.
Ostriches are pretty dry.
Maybe the driest bird.
Some birds,
So you just have to eat an ostrich and we're all good.
Yeah.
That's very challenging.
or be kissed by a princess.
Aw.
Do we know any princesses?
Isn't Seraphina technically like a queen?
She was like a witch.
Right, but she founded Liminal Haven.
Which
Isn't she
going-
right?
Yeah, are you talking
I was not present.
I mean, I figured we just joined back up.
Yeah, this is a side convo later.
There's like a child that runs up to you and is like, my cat's name is Princess.
I'll lean down to the cat
Could have kissed this cat.
with my weird frog
I
lip.
I push their heads together.
Now kiss.
Do I kiss the cat, or does the cat kiss me?
I think you can kiss each other. Shit, cats don't have any lips.
Is this cat going to heart me?
Heart.
Hurt. Harm.
Oh,
Cats have lips.
cat.
Cats definitely have lips.
Cat.
I don't know.
Cats have lips.
They have a bottom lip for sure.
They got lips.
Cats have lips.
I will say, for as like joyous and fun and everything that the festival is, I'm definitely like hanging in the back, not like participating much.
Lucas comes up to you. Hey, Rem.
Hey.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
You're not enjoying the food or anything?
Food's great. Yeah, just not really. I don't know. Kind of off day.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody has those every once in a while. Sure. I think he looks around at your comrades and sees them kind of getting along and dancing and playing music or whatever. I would assume that Fathom is dancing. He seemed like
Yeah,
he was pretty
100%.
fond of that.
Yeah.
Probably dancing with a cat.
I don't like.
Oh, the paws!
Aw, little otter and a cat. Yeah. Like, well, you know, every once in a while we're the odd one out. Honestly, there's probably not a person among your group that isn't an odd one out, but yeah.
Yeah, they're interesting. They're sweet.
Fistful of spiders. Is Vesper eating spiders too? I'm trying.
Didn't think. Didn't plan for a cat party today, but
No one ever does, brother. No one ever does. And you know what? Sometimes things just tend to work out, and maybe it doesn't always feel that great, but you know, there's always tomorrow.
yeah,
He hands you a dumpling.
I eat it. Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to do? Now you have the flask is filled with excess energy of this heart hold.
Is the day pretty much spent at this point, or is there more day to where we could get to the hot springs?
I would say that it's pretty dark, and Gideon kind of warns you. He's like, it's a bit of a treacherous path, so we're going to have to want as much light as we can get as we're going up there. It's, yeah, we don't want to fall in any holes.
And I will.
That would be regrettable.
He looks at you and he's like, not on my watch.
There's a little plus heart.
So we should rest and then go in the morning.
I would suggest it, yeah. Okay. You guys all settle down for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys don't have to do any checks because you are staying at the inn again. And this time you guys are actually joined in the inn by a couple of other people that are winners of the cat races in various forms. And,
Hell yeah.
just excited
Aw.
to get to hang out and eat Lucas's food.
I feel like I wasted my condition being that good. by not doing anything
Yeah,
with it.
we're all gonna roll absolute trash.
When we laid out, we all have one room, right? I
Yeah.
assume like we're just kind of on like bed rolls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that thing where I'm like staring at the ceiling.
Are you guys asleep?
No.
Not yet.
No.
I think that today was the first time I've ever done anything right all the way.
What do you mean?
Normally, I can get maybe 1 out of many steps, or 1 out of 2 steps. But this time, we made a plan, and I said I was going to do part of it, and I did, and it worked. And we all did everything all the way right. And I don't think I've ever done anything all the way right. I've done like part of the way right, or none of the way right, or fallen in a hole, or read the recipe wrong, or not at all, or tried to add my own spin on it, and then it, explodes. But this time, I just did it all the way.
Like you've never done that before?
No.
Oh. I was feeling like, y'all ever like have a lot of fun and like a really good time, and then at the end of the day, you don't know why, but you feel like bad for having done that?
Yes.
Like you should have been doing something else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like you don't,
Like you don't deserve.
yeah,
To
like
have
you're not
fun?
supposed to be feeling that way.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Guilt.
But why? Guilt is a good way of putting it. It's like that's the feeling for sure. But usually when you feel guilty for something, you're thinking about the thing that you did. But for some reason, sometimes I just feel the feeling, and there's nothing else. You know?
Are y'all feeling any different after leaving the Haven?
I've been out of it for so long.
I've had some weird dreams, but nothing other than that. Well, and hit my head on a couple of rocks.
Yeah. I'm tired most of the time. And also time.
Time's hard.
Never done that before.
I'm still getting used to the night.
But you came from outside of the
yeah,
Haven.
No, I wasn't always there. Yeah.
Is it familiar? Or is it bad?
It feels like there's something I've been ignoring.
Did you have family outside of the Haven before you moved there?
Yeah, like, obviously, but...
And they didn't go with you?
Oh, no. Like, my parents?
Or other? Was there other? Like siblings or?
No.
What'd you do before you ran a noodles and drink shop?
A drinks and noodles shop.
Drinks and nudes.
I'm pretty sure it was noodles and drink.
I don't know. I've always been good with the sword. Fought and soldier for a minute, sell sword for a bit.
Oh,
That sounds hard.
swords are
Never
pretty
bothered me
expensive
much.
though. Probably got a good sum of cash from selling those.
I don't think that's what that means.
I think he meant mercenary, not
Oh,
retailer.
gotcha. Does that pay as good?
Oh, better.
Oh. Why'd you
Oh,
stop?
doing it for hire is the way to go. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, why'd you stop doing that and switch to noodles?
Oh, no.
Did you regret dealing harm? Is that why you switched to feeding?
I feel like killing was never something that really bothered me, but after the other day, it kind of didn't feel right.
After leading a different life, returning to this is shitted in a different view.
Do y'all have gaps in your memory? Well, you were born there.
I don't remember anything before the beach.
I have many gaps.
Are there seasons in Liminal Haven?
Yeah, it's probably not as distinct. Like, there's not like blizzards and stuff like that for like harsh snow or really bad rainy seasons or anything like that. And there's not super hot summers or super cold winters either.
Gotcha.
So like California without the fires.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be straight up honest. Like, I've got my mom's recipe book for the soups. She made them when I was young, but I added a lot more at the end. I don't remember any of that.
You don't remember adding it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it your handwriting?
Yeah.
How does it feel when you use those extra ingredients?
Fine.
Have you tried making them again without the extra ingredients?
It's the fun thing about soups. You can, mix, match, do whatever.
Well,
like,
sure,
yeah.
but maybe if you made them exactly as your mom wrote them, it would remind you of something from when you added the additions.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
Like how food and smells like bring back memories.
Next time we're on the road, I'll make one of the ones at the end.
Well, we should probably get some sleep, huh? We got a big trek up a mountain in the morning.
Yes.
You all retire for the night. Have a comfortable sleep. Maybe worn out from the festivities and catching cats the day before. When you wake, Rem, before you even open your eyes, you have the smell in your nose of something that is kind of sweet and somewhat floral, and you feel yourself pulling your arms towards you, and then realizing that there's nothing there now. Everybody make condition checks for me today. Oh, well, unless you want to do your gloopy music stuff or anything.
Could my performance at the festival count for the
Oh, right before bed?
for the before bed music?
You can, but let me tell you this. Because of what you guys did at the festival, it actually counts as a feast, which gives you guys +3 to this roll. Yeah, the feasts are fucking awesome.
So maybe
they
we could
usually
just
cost
chill.
a shit ton. But
Can I still use the
if you want to use a duck, that
Really
is
trying to
going to give you
amp
a
up.
+1.
Holding on to my duck.
And then
condition's the
Keiru,
best
did
time
you
to
want
use it,
to
right?
roll to make sure that you don't fumble it?
Yeah. I should do that.
For what?
The gloopiness.
The glooping.
All
The gloopening.
Let's see, Dex.
Also, I don't think any of you guys are hurt except for whenever Keiru draws blood to do this blood ritual of his.
Well, he's using his tongue
was-
to strum chords or something.
I was thinking about that when you were talking to that musician, being like, "You're forcing it." It's like you hurt yourself every time you play
Daily.
a song.
I'm not.
Every morning, you're giving yourself splinters in your tongue.
It's not a splinter. I'm just expending part of my energy
Oh, you're giving so
to give
much,
everyone
yeah.
else a boost.
A piece of your
That's
soul.
why he's crying the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's smart to do it at night because while you sleep, if you guys have a successful sleeping night, then you double your HP up to max. So you're full this morning as well.
So that'd be-
Oh, man.
Oh, no!
I got the same.
So we get +3 and then music.
Oh,
+1?
I'm actually even better.
He's gonna roll, make sure he doesn't fumble that.
I
right?
did, it
Oh,
was
okay,
fine.
you get okay.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So technically +4.
Okay.
Nice.
And then
Needed
the duck. So +5.
Because I rolled garbage.
Yes.
I almost fumbled that.
I got
condition
14.
check.
14 for Ram. Hot damn. Okay.
I got 12.
8.
8 for Vesper.
Not as good as my 15 yesterday.
Still really good though. And Keiru?
A gentle frog's 7.
I don't know what that means, but now that's all I'm going to think of anytime I think of 7.
No.
A frog's 7. It's like a baker's dozen.
Yep.
Okay, so those of you who got over 10 get to up one of your dice. Gideon is there. He spent the night at the inn as well. Seraphina had disappeared for the night. She comes back, so you assume that wherever her little hermit hut is in the mountains is not too far away. After you guys have a nice breakfast, again, Lucas provides you with a wonderful spread. Gideon's, all right, are we ready to go?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Before we start traveling, I'll tell Vesper.
Now that you know you can do everything right, you don't have to sabotage yourself at the end. Or fall in holes.
Listen, the falling in holes is really, I think, that's an innate problem with maybe my feet. I stare down at my platform.
Yeah.
I think your shoes.
How tall are you, by the way?
I would say Vesper is probably the height that I, Samantha, am,
very
but
short.
you wouldn't know because she's always in platform heels.
Gideon's going to come up to you with a pair of boots. He's like, I guess to size 7?
These are...
They're boots for your feet. You wear them while you hike.
These are made for walking.
These... Okay. I put my old shoes in my bag.
Don't think you always have to get everything right, by the way. I think it's the days that happens, you can enjoy it, but the days it doesn't, it's fine.
But now you know you can.
Okay, I'm not going to fall in any holes.
And I'm not going to hit my head on any rocks.
That would be good.
Clutching onto my walking stick.
Yeah, you guys head out into the mountains with Gideon and Seraphina. These mountains are absolutely majestic. There are, alpine trees that are lining the paths. Then these kind of hiking paths slowly give way into more and more wild, rocky terrain that becomes much more difficult to traverse. And suddenly you are very thankful for having boots that seem to, well, maybe you're not, I won't speak for you. Your boots seem to cling better
the motivation from my friends that is propelling me forward.
That's true. Yes.
Boots.
We'll see.
There's a hole right there.
Yeah,
I'm
Gideon's
just
like,
being pulled and tugged every time there's something to trip over.
Gideon just keeps on shouting like, low branch, hole, hole on your left, ditch. Every time that you guys come up across something, he's actually a pretty good guide. This is what he does for a living.
Car up.
Car up.
But
Game
It's
on.
a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Car.
Yeah, so you guys get. There are cars in this world. It is now
Herd
canon.
of antelope.
Only on the mountains.
So Gideon is going to do your direction check. He knows where he's going. Seraphina's been there too recently, so we don't have to worry about that. But everybody's going to have to do the travel check or movement check, which is your strength plus dexterity.
Love it.
I want you to go first.
Love it.
Okay.
Remember, you guys all have your walking sticks, which will give you a +1.
With my stick and my frogness.
And then,
Damn.
Okay.
and I will also let you know that since
How many holes did he fall in?
I don't know it yet.
this has gotten
Do you fumble?
very rocky terrain, it slides out from under your feet very often, and it is cold up here. The
Do
higher
I get
you
a
go into the
+1 for my
mountains.
warm cape?
Same.
Oh yeah, actually. So you guys get +1s for those.
Okay.
So the number you're trying to beat, the DC is 10.
Fuck.
Oh.
I'm doing great, y'all.
I didn't hit that.
5? Okay.
Once again, I rolled a 9. One under the DC.
Holy shit. So even with +2, the walking stick? Oh, okay.
I only roll a
13.
D6 and a D4 for these travel
You rolled a
checks.
13? Okay.
There was part of me that was like, I should increase my dexterity today. And then I was like, I don't use that for anything. I'll make it intelligence. So when I cure people, it's better.
Well, you can cure yourself.
That's true.
Keiru, did
And
you
we'll need to.
cast okay?
No, I hit an 8.
An 8.
That halves our HP, right?
Halves your HP.
Rounded up or down?
Round it down.
Round it down.
So I've got more HP than all of y'all combined, right? That's the deal. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I've got 5
I've got 23.
now, so...
So as you guys are moving through these canyons and valleys and kind of precarious ledges and stuff like that, Gideon calls out to you. He's like, "Okay, make sure you watch your step here. It's a very narrow ledge, and it's unfortunately the stone is very loose, so it's easy to slip." And as you guys are making your way across, Rem is right behind Gideon, and Seraphina is bringing up the rear as you guys are in the middle of this. And as you're walking by, one of you loses your footing, everything starts to slide out from under you guys, and you start tumbling down this very steep side, which results in your half hit points.
My body is like a whip, and my head just against the mountainside as I slow down.
Fathom, something else is that
Oh, good.
as there was the cracking of stone and it slid out from you and your other party members, you feel a shock of paralysis, of your body tensing all over, and the idea of just pain hitting you immensely all over your skin.
Yeah.
Even though you have your cuts and bruises and they're specific to wherever the rock hit you, this feels like it doesn't match up with what just happened.
I instantly tap into my spirituality, and I'm going to spend 4 MP, and I'm going to cast Cure Touch on myself. But I don't use an ice pack like I have with you guys. I just kind of like actually like pull my cape around myself and close my eyes, and I'm just like heavily breathing for a second. And roll a 1, of course.
Of course.
I'm gonna die on this mountain. I've decided.
Can you die?
We're gonna find out. We certainly are gonna find out.
I'd rather not.
I'm good.
Good?
I mean, good. Objectively alive.
There's just like cuts and scrapes.
You know those frogs that like break their own bones to like have little spiky bits come out of their hands?
No.
No, not at all. What are you talking about?
That's a real thing. It's
I'm
rad as
familiar
hell.
with them, but I don't like them.
No, I hate it.
Like Wolverine
so much.
frogs?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay.
Kind of. So anyway, I'll have a couple frog bones poking out of my non-dominant hand after the fall.
Oh no! Do not.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Seraphina,
It's all right.
Seraphina looks at you, and she manages, her, Rem, and Gideon manage to get you back up onto the ledge, and she's also going to cast Cure Touch, starting with Keiru, because what the fuck? Oh shit, God. She actually is able to perform Cure Plus Plus.
Whoa.
Well, I don't need like that many hit points back, so like don't waste too much magic on me.
Oh, I'm not. I'm very good at this.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it didn't come out to that much. It was 4.
That's
Damn.
And then she's going to do the same to Vesper.
a lot much better.
For Vesper, you get 12 hit points back.
I don't even have 12 hit points.
Wow, okay.
Oh, nor I.
But that does bring me back to full.
I do
Obviously.
love that the one time I'm like, I'm really hurt, y'all. I still have more hit points than y'all.
I mean, this is a proportions game.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are able to make your way closer.
You good?
What?
You alright?
Yeah, I hit my head pretty hard. I'm all right though.
Is it a concussion?
I don't think I can have that.
Hold up. How many fingers am I holding up?
This is a trick question. You're a frog, so they ain't fingers.
Frogs have fingers.
3 appendages.
Seraphina's like, Do you need additional curing? I can give you a little more if you need.
If you don't mind, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, of course. And she heals you for an additional 5.
Nice.
So, what's like the vibe with Serafina? Like with this trek and today, and are they in like good spirits? Or are they?
Roll intelligence spirit for me.
7?
You can tell that she is very focused and determined on the task at hand. She's here to help out the hot spring spirit. You do recall, though, that when you guys met and she realized that you guys were from Liminal Haven, that you knew who she was and what you were doing, there was some hesitation there, and maybe even some sadness you detect.
Cool.
None of that is present now, as she is helping you guys traverse this rocky hellscape.
Should we ask her about the silver swords?
I figured when we finish this, we can ask all the questions that we have.
Fair.
So as you guys are climbing this path, you guys round a corner and you see the entrance to a large cavern. It's nestled among the rugged cliffs of the mountainside, and wisps of mist are curling up and out of the entrance.
And it's black mists or what?
This mist just looks like it's normal mist. Like there was just hot water there. You can hear the sounds of gentle water trickling from somewhere in the cave, kind of echoing against the stone walls. The ground is littered with offerings that have been left by previous visitors. There's like coins and little polished stones and pieces of paper that look like people have been like writing prayers or something to the spirit. And Gideon kind of looks in and he's like, normally there's light in the cavern, and Seraphine goes, yes, I noticed that as well. They're out. There's usually glowing stones that can light your way down there. And Gideon, prepared with his pack, pulls out a torch and lights it, and he's like, all right, we ready?
Yeah, I've got a lantern.
Okay.
That'll light up.
Is that different than the tier lantern?
It is the crystal cheerleader. As you guys walk through the cavern, it's narrow and it slopes downwards deep, deep, deep into the mountain. As you keep going, you feel a strange energy. It's kind of oppressive somehow. And with your lantern and the light of the torch, you're able to see sculptures that were carved into the walls. These were probably once lively and celebratory and, telling narratives of old lore. Now they kind of look as though they're like leering and inhuman with all the shadows being cast against them. The caverns open up into shallow pools you can wade through, and there you're met with the disheartening sight. The spirit is a large furry mass laying in the shallow waters in the center of the room, and you can hear its labored breath. Its once luminous form flickers feebly, and wisps of black are emanating from its mouth and nostrils.
Oh no.
Does it look like the bobcat did?
Yes, except that instead of like black goo, it
Okay.
seems to be just these weird, kind of like
Emanating
airborne.
it, or
Yeah.
I reckon we ought to be prepared. Whenever we give it the flask, something may come out, whatever's inside of it making it feel this way may come out and not be too happy with us.
How do we fight steam?
Stab it.
Yeah,
I hope.
Gideon like pulls out his bow and arrows, and he goes, I'm not sure this will work, but we'll have to just try it and see, I suppose.
In my experience, bows and arrows don't really work at all.
Should I play
maybe
a hot
like
spring?
a -1 of what you think, or something.
Yeah, even less
Or
sometimes.
3.
Should I play a bubbly, gurgly song to remind it of the hot springs?
Why not?
Couldn't hurt. And you immediately
Does it notice?
like rip your fingers open or like your lips open, like, oh, I guess it could hurt.
Does it notice us?
It seems to not really notice anything around it. This is what I mean when I say it was lethargic. It just doesn't seem to have the energy to get up or do anything.
Consider
What does it
yourselves
look like?
glooped.
It's like a very large furry animal. You can tell that it kind of has these like short, stubby, almost bear-like legs. And the face is that of like a very wide cat face. Somewhere between a Totoro and a Snorlax.
Oh.
Okay.
That gives you an idea. You got glooped? Okay, so everybody gets +1 to the next roll.
Nice.
You done been blooped.
And I'll go ahead and somebody can put this over there. Or my arms are too short. You can lay him on his side, right there in the center. That works. Yeah, I tried to paint the fish black so that he represented the smoke.
I'm gonna hold out my hand to Seraphina.
You want to do yours? Okay. She.
Do I put it in its mouth or?
Yes, he'll need to drink this.
It's not gonna explode, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
The way that this works is it's been condensed down into a liquid form, and as long as we're not shaking it around and throwing it against a wall, it should be okay. So.
Yeah, I'll slowly approach and kind of keep my eyes down, like try to not look intimidating.
As you approach, suddenly the wisps of black energy coalesce, and they take form, manifesting into these shadowy specters. And moving with an eerie grace, their insubstantial forms flickering and shifting as they are moving about. Seeing that you are approaching, they lunge for you. I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
I guess this is what everyone is burning their +1 on. Also.
It's a good one to burn it on.
Worth it.
Initiative's everything.
Whoa.
I did not do great.
Same.
Rem, you said you got a 6?
No, I got a 5. So.
I got a 6.
Okay, did anybody get higher than a 10? Nice. Keiru, what you got?
15.
Dang, what the hell?
Shit. Hot
Ready.
stuff.
9.
Do you want to be front of house or back of house?
I guess if everybody else is front of house, I'll be back of house.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, back house. Yeah.
I really like how this system uses initiative as your armor class.
Is it, wait, what's condition then? Is that against like...
So both, actually. Magic goes against your condition. Melee goes against your intelligence. And then also, if you are going to suffer an effect of something, and it's higher than your condition, then you suffer the effect by like making one of your skills lower. But if your condition is higher than that status effect, then you don't have to suffer the penalties.
The initiative is your physical one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rad.
These guys are more like wispy spectral forms, 2 in the
cool.
front and then 2 in the back. You can actually move the bear to the back too. He's just for flavor.
Oh.
Flavor bear. Maybe if we kill the bear, all the spirits will die too.
This one looks scary.
And then also gonna have Seraphine.
They're definitely dying during battle running.
That would be
definitely gonna
wild. If Seraphina died right now, that would be the most...
That would suck, yeah. I'd be like, I'm gonna need to go back to the...
the drawing board.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seraphina's gonna shout like, careful, we need to get the flask to the spirit. I don't think that these guys are going to let us do that without a fight, though. Keiru, you are up first.
We need to do our objects.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. 5 objects.
A stalagmite.
These
On
can
the
be
ground.
like offerings that are left
If you were
around too,
confused
right?
which one it was.
Yeah.
Like, would it be appropriate to like include things that might be offerings
stalactite on
that are
the
like left around?
Yeah.
Is there a bazooka by any chance? Maybe.
Some Bazooka Joe gum.
Maybe
Ooh.
some of those like big pots. Usually they have like fermented stuff like alcohol.
Oh, like a clay
Kimchi
pot
pot.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want in it? Kimchi?
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
Bears love kimchi.
Everybody loves kimchi.
It's true. It's very tasty.
Okay, so we got a stalagmite, a pot of kimchi,
Maybe a flask of spirits, of booze. left
booze
as an offering.
flask. I'm gonna say that there is like a little somebody's carved the likeness of the spirit in this little wooden form and left it for it.
Another, like, half-filled lantern or whatever that's...
We're gonna try to beat them with fire. Maybe ignite the lantern. Ignite the booze.
Keiru, you attacked with your light blade, right?
Yes.
Unless you wanted to switch and smash some fiery bits.
I'm gonna try with my light blade first, and if I do any damage, it'll be the first time that I've done damage with my weapon because I kept rolling 0 damage before. Is a 10.
Holy shit! Yep.
Is 4.
Hey,
Nice.
Nice.
You did it!
maybe.
Ribbit.
They are wispy
It takes no
things.
damage.
Turns out physical attacks don't work on this. No.
Surprisingly, as you try to slice through it with your sword, it shrieks in horror as it seems like part of its form wisped away with the sword. But it goes back together. But it seems like it did something.
Good. And that's all I can do.
And then Vesper's next.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw back my bow. I'm gonna aim for this one that's closer to the hot spring spirit.
Okay.
3.
Does not hit that
Thank you
one,
for checking.
unfortunately.
Thank you for checking.
They actually have kind of low. Some of them have pretty low initiative, especially compared to Keiru's 15. And next up is Seraphina.
Just gonna wreck shit.
Probably not. Let's see.
Sorry, I only do healing, so.
Only?
Some of these spells kind of suck.
A lot of them really.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
You can make an ice cube.
It doesn't do anything. But it's
And then
there.
there's other ones that are like, you call upon the calamitous power of thunderstorms in form of a cyclone, and it deals a shit ton of damage to both you and the caster and the target. It's like, why the fuck would you do that?
Last resort.
Sacrifice yourself.
When you make the ice cube, can you make it out of someone else's blood that's still in them?
It's specifically candy.
She turns to you, Rem. She's going to move up to you, behind you.
Use this one.
Yeah. The unpainted one. And that's
Good
unfortunately all she can do for this round. But she comes up and she's like, we need a plan. We need you to be able to get to the spirit. All right. And then next is going to be Fathom.
Still feeling that sort of painful chill on my skin beneath my fur. I coalesce that around me, and frost begins to gather at my feet, and I'm going to cast Snowball Storm on that front area.
Nice.
Get him.
12.
Holy shit. Yeah, so that definitely hits both of those guys.
Nice. They take
A billion damage.
5. 5 points.
It's not bad.
5 million damage?
Cool.
I like to think it's less of like a bunch of snowballs and more just like hail.
The
begins to-
names are kind of funny.
Yeah.
Snowballs.
I am part golf ball sized hail upon the spirits in that front area.
Yeah, it rains down and through them, and they shriek in pain. Let me see. So this green one up front is going to try to attack Rem.
Okay.
It's going to lunge forward because you were the one that was coming up closest. It's going to lunge forward, and it's going to reach for your neck.
Jesus.
Start slapping your chin.
Little does it know I'm into that.
Starts choking.
What?
Gross. No, it's. It only rolled a 3. So,
5.
yeah, you're able to dodge out of the way.
Thank you.
And then, Rem, that's your turn.
I think I really haven't changed since like I was even beginning to walk towards the bear. I'd still kind of keep like eyes down. Like when it lunged at me, I try to like move out the way, but kind of just slowly walking towards the bear.
Okay.
Can you walk into enemy space?
Not technically, but I like this. So we're gonna figure out how to make the mechanics of that work. I'm going to say that if I'm gonna set a dexterity DC for you, and then if you can pass that, we'll say that you make movement into that zone.
Can I focus on this?
Wait, do you have a duck? Like a
You
concentrate?
can use like half your
You have your
MP.
MP.
Yeah.
I
since
mean,
you're
I'm
a
not
magic
using it for
caster.
anything else.
Yeah, if you
That's
want.
fair.
I forgot we could use our MP for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have much of it, but
I'm gonna keep the DC a secret.
1 or 2 decks.
Double dex.
Double decks. Better. 4.
No, they swarm you as you try to get closer to the spirits. I feel like I have to do damage to you for
Yeah,
that.
do it.
He's got some despair.
In that case, whoosh.
Yeah, as they converge on you, they manage to grip you, pulling you back, and you feel this draining sensation on you as 8 points of vitality are sucked from you.
Okay, I'm good.
That would have killed me.
Usually don't wander into that area then. Now it's gonna be the guys in the back. So the blue one in the back is going to throw little wispies.
That's the name of his pet hamster.
Little wispies.
Go, Wispy.
Get a little wispies.
Oh,
Do not ask where I store wispies.
So he's going to try to throw wispies. He's gonna go for Rem again, and that's gonna be 5 to hit.
I have -5, so meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it.
And will you
Actually, no. This
reconsider?
one's gonna be magic, so it's gonna go against your condition.
Oh, perfect.
Your condition is 14.
14?
Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
So I think that as they had grabbed you, you were dragged down by this force, but as this thing is like trying to hit you with more of it, you steal some kind of reserve inside of yourself and stand up. And you're like, no, I have to do this. I have to get up. And you take no damage. Green one is going to focus on Keiru.
This one?
Sorry, green one in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Teal.
Please don't.
Slightly different, yeah.
And it only gets a 2 against your condition, so
Good.
it also you feel it as it impacts you, and you can feel what it's trying to do, as if it's trying to suck vitality from you. But your gloopy bloops embolden your heart, embiggens the smallest man. And then we're back up to Keiru.
I will attack with my blade once more. The same one that I hit before.
Go for it.
12.
12 definitely hits.
You're so good at the hitting part.
Not so much the damage. 0.
0 damage.
Really?
On the D10.
What kind of... The curse that is on you is not the
I am bamboozled. Fully bamboozled.
75% of the time,
They're wispy.
I do 0 damage.
That's so brutal. Okay.
Hilarious.
In that case, it is Vesper's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back my bow with no arrow, and like a thorny streak of light appears, and I'm going to make my attempt to cast Briar. So I need to roll intelligence plus spirit to see if I can.
I'm gonna say now the DC is only 3. You are experiencing success
Fully
at
possible.
a good rate at this point.
7.
Nice.
Okay. And then I roll against their condition.
Yes. And you, which area are you attacking? Front?
I'm trying to attack the front so that maybe Rem can get through
Okay.
more effectively. 10.
Shit, I forgot Gideon. I'll throw him in there too. Yeah. So that hits both of their conditions.
Nice. So they have a -2 to initiative.
Holy shit.
Awesome.
They're just kind of like wrapped up in briars.
Yeah, they are fucked up initiative-wise. Gideon is going to lend some support. Let's say that he's going to throw that half-filled lantern
Oh snap.
into these briars.
Hell yeah.
This might make it harder for a little bit, but there's enough water in these shallow pools that you should be able to get through this, all right? That's a 5. Luckily, that hits both of their ACs because you just fucked them up.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
What does fire damage do?
Burn.
Let's see. D8
They're
plus
gonna have to run that
D6,
under
so-
cold water for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Do not apply ice or mustard or anything else.
Mustard.
It's like an old wives' tale. Like
Oh,
if you get a
really?
burn, you should put mustard on it.
That's
But
weird.
if you put anything on a burn, it just continues to burn the fat and make your burn worse. Just run it under cold water for 5 minutes.
Tastes better.
And if it starts
Yeah.
to blister, go to the hospital.
This is where you get all of your health facts, kids.
If I have to learn it, so does everyone else.
That fire consumes the briars that had sprung up that was entangling them and burns them for 7 damage each. So
Dang.
they are getting right fucked up.
Do the briars go away?
I will say that on their next turn, the briars will go away and their initiative will return. Seraphina, having come up right behind you, Rem, she puts both of her hands on your back and she goes, "You can do this. I believe in you." And she imbues you with the power Scarlet Passion.
Okay.
Oh.
Grows
You get
red.
about
Hey,
So
yeah.
you pop a boner
Mommy.
and you get to re-roll your initiative.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
Give
okay.
us a nice firm roll this
See.
time.
Turgid roll.
No.
No.
Can I concentrate on this as well? Even I rolled the first side, but
I think you have to call it before you start rolling. Sorry.
Okay, better. 7.
7? 7's
Yep.
still better than
Better.
5.
Is he swollen with some sort of a bonus?
Stop.
He's flushed in the cheeks.
Okay.
Which cheeks? Who knows?
It's
It
weird.
took ages for the word bonus to finish in my brain. Swollen with some sort of bonus.
Anyways, Fathom, that's you. Actually, no, that's going to be Rem now.
Oh, cool.
Bump up.
So, with the thorny things that are on fire and whatnot, what's the is the path kind of blocked or what?
I think that you'll be able to maneuver around them. They're going to set the DC again. This time they are going to be at a disadvantage, so they'll get a -1 to whatever they're setting.
Okay.
Since they are burning up in this briar, it will be easier
Okay.
than last time. So if you wanted to
Double
concentrate,
decks, right?
Yeah, double decks. If you want to concentrate, oh, don't look at it. Okay, you're going for
It's a
it.
1 again. It's terrible. Cool. 2. Oh, that's a
Fumbled!
fail.
Everybody gets
Yay!
a die. We haven't had one of those
Hey,
in a
you're
long
welcome.
time.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a fumble point.
Which one do you want?
Okay, and let's.
Oh,
I like
that's
that
not
we-
good. That means something bad happens, right? Am I injured or?
I mean, I'll probably take damage again.
So if you fumbled while you were using an object, the object loses its durability, but you weren't. You weren't fighting. So you're just going to, again, take damage
Okay.
as the heat licks at you and the wisps just reach out and grab you. So
It's a bad time.
Y'all's hit point level.
Dude,
Where am I
this is rough. It's they rolled really well, but it's a 10.
Okay, I'm alive.
Okay. They just rolled super well
Let's
on both
get
of these
that
hits.
one out of
It
there. Down to 5.
Yeah.
Yowza.
Now it's Fathom's turn.
All right, I'm gonna continue the hailstorm
Nice.
potentially. 18
Oh
that
yeah.
time for 8 points of damage. to both of those in the front.
With that, the hail passes through their bodies as they're flaming and wrapped in briars, and they're unable to escape, and their forms are slowly being disintegrated by the hailstorms, and they both disappear.
Which means these guys.
Yeah, they...
We advance.
Should I leave the bear here?
Actually, no, you guys are going to advance, so
Yeah.
you can bring the bear up, yeah. So I would say that mechanically what this means is that if you do attempt this maneuver to get into him, if you succeed on that dexterity check, you'll be actually getting to the spirit this time.
Okay.
Nice.
So...
It'd be so much easier if I just hit them. I have a
Yeah.
D12 to hit, and I'm not doing that.
Now you have a duck to
Yeah.
use.
Okay, now Gideon's gonna go.
Quackly, let's defeat them.
Put it on my
So
bill.
we've got the half-filled lantern was used. What else is there?
We got a
Let's get it.
sculpture, a kimchi pot, a flask of booze,
Oh, yeah.
and a stalagmite.
Just sounds like a party.
Yeah.
Some drunken kids came up here with some booze and some kimchi and the lantern, and then got ran out by the spirits.
Yo, fucking kimchi party? I'm in.
Yeah.
I drink the booze to get more aggressive.
I drink the booze, I eat the kimchi, and I have the nastiest burps.
I become belligerent.
I'm a mean drunk.
He's gonna try to fling the wooden statue at the blue wispy.
Some people drink to forget, but I already did, so now I'm gonna fight.
It passes through it and takes a good chunk of it as it gets pushed backwards a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does 7 damage to that blue one.
So what happens when you go to 0 hit points?
You die forever. No, you fall unconscious. You faint, losing consciousness. Any character who has fainted is helpless and cannot perform any actions until they recover, which is whenever HP and MP are back above. So again, if your MP reaches 0, you also faint.
Nope.
If it is a negative value equal to your current condition, you die.
Oh.
So,
Does that compound over time?
Negative value compared to your current.
so for Rem, your condition's 14. You'd have to have negative 14 hit points to
Oh,
die.
got it. Cool.
And does that compound? So like if you take like 5 damage from an attack when you're already unconscious, that stays, right? It's not like
Yes.
D&D where it's like, okay, you didn't get there, so you've got to try again.
Right, yeah. So that one, it's comprehensive? I don't know.
Yeah.
Accumulates.
It accumulates. Yeah.
There we go.
Cumulative.
There we go. Words are hard. Like time.
Yeah. Time's impossible.
They're gonna attack back.
Oh boy.
Blue one knows that Fathom's been doing some damage, so it is going to try to attack you.
Is this with magic or physicality?
Technically it's a physical attack. A little bit of both, but it'll be a physical attack against your initiative.
Nice.
And yeah, it only got a 4 to attack.
Not quite.
All wisps suck.
Uh,
Trying to get them to attack me.
Oz? Yeah.
Hurt.
No, I'm alright.
Yeah, you are dexterous enough that you're able to dodge out of the way of its skeletal-looking hands as they reach towards you. Then the green one's gonna try to go for K-Roo, because that's right in front of it.
Yeah. And I was giving him the frog middle fingers.
Oh my god, he rolled so bad. He fumbled, he gets a 2.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, he does not
We
get
all
ducks.
get done.
Okay, so then we're back up
No,
to
they
K-Roo.
get ducks. We're gonna try this knifey swordy thing again.
It's served us well so far.
Knifey spoony. 12.
Nice, that hits.
6.
Hey!
Let's hold my breath on that one. Was it blue or green?
The green one.
Okay.
The one that attacked me.
All right. Shrieks in terror and pain as it reacts to finally getting stabbed. Vesper.
I'm going to... I know that we need to get to the bear, so I'm just going to repeat my last turn and now cast Briar on these guys.
Go for it.
Can I concentrate?
Will that affect the bear, since he's in the same area? 'Cause I
It doesn't
also
do
had
any
this
damage.
question.
It just prevents them from
Oh,
moving.
that's true. Just
Or,
lower
you know,
the
it-
initiative. Yeah.
So I think that's fine if you're.
And this just gives you +1.
It does, yeah.
That's fine. I have 2 ducks.
You're
You
welcome.
spend multiple ducks
What the flock?
to
I
get the
don't
+2.
think so. I think you can only concentrate once
I've just been hoarding them.
Yeah.
because they're cute.
9?
9 hits.
Nice.
So they both drop. You literally can't not hit them if you try at this point.
Good to know.
Doesn't actually say you can't double concentrate.
Ooh.
I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
You're extra concentrated. It just seems.
Oh yeah, no, it does say that. Okay, but you have to do it in the 2 versions. You can't do 2 fumble points. You
got
have
it.
to do half MP and a fumble point, and you can get +2.
I can do that.
That's going to be Seraphina. She's going to do that Cure ++ on you, Rem, make sure that you are feeling vital.
Roll a 12 again.
Yeah, please.
She gives you 9.
Okay, cool.
Rem.
It'd be easier if I hit it, but no, I'm sticking with it. I'm going to double concentrate and try to get to the bear cat one more time.
Return your duck.
Duck. Down to 2 MP.
Such a vibrant duck.
I like the green ones.
Crit, 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 crit.
Okay, 11.
Yeah, so this time you are able to duck out of their grasps and move your way through the briars and brambles that have grown up into the hot spring, and you approach the spirits.
Bam.
I'm gonna say that with that move, you can actually administer the elixir too, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe it?
What's it going through at the moment?
The spirit is just laying there, breathing heavily. You can see its chest expanding. There's a rasping sound coming from its voice as this smoke keeps coming out with every breath. It notices you as you approach, and its eyes look at you pleadingly.
Aw.
Just like that bobcat we murdered.
I'm going to. It's sick and stuff. I'm gonna get out both flasks. Give it some soup.
Oh, makes the medicine taste less bad.
Yeah.
So, taking both flasks, you're dumping in this bright glowing red liquid that is the vitality of the town of Hartsville that you were able to collect with your wonderful Save the Hot Springs festival.
Yeah.
Your mini Coachella and
The mini
this
Coachella.
incredible soup made with love from Lucas. And you can tell that as it's entering its mouth, it seems to be cutting through that black smoke. And you can tell that it's struggling to swallow, but you're able to kind of lift its head and help it as it downs it. And you see that as it swallows, its eyes become more clear.
Yeah.
The smoke begins to dissipate. The wraiths who were lunging at you, trying to get a hold of you, are screeching, and they disappear.
Well,
So, we are now out of battle. Get rid of those nasty wraiths.
It's like that Campbell soup commercial where like the snowman eats the soup and like
No.
melts away.
like a little
Yeah.
kid.
Horrifying.
Yeah,
Truly
right.
horrifying.
Or the
It really
biscuit
was something
commercial.
out of like a horror movie.
Well, I don't think I liked the way he moved because you just like, yeah, I don't know. Something about the like sidling back and forth was very upsetting.
Yeah, it seemed unnatural.
Yeah, you see that the vitality returns to its demeanor. The colors of its, kind of translucent blue skin begins to glow brighter, and that kind of smog look to it, that the same thing that affected the bobcat, begins to clarify as it kind of pushes itself up into a sitting position. And regards you with these extremely wise and kind eyes, and it bows its head to you.
Yeah, I guess I do the same. It's kind of
Gideon's like, oh, you don't see that every day, do you?
Technically, this is the second time we've seen something like this. But not every day, I
Like,
guess.
yeah, was that today? Oh, that'd be
No, that was-
exciting.
I don't know how long ago that was.
Time.
Yeah.
And time's hard.
Yesterday?
No.
Oh,
At least 2.
Well, we were partying yesterday.
It was many
pretty
days
sure it was
ago.
yesterday.
It was many days. Can you talk?
I will point to the bear.
It looks at you and it kind of gets the like squinty like cat eyes where it looks like they're little happy curves, and it just kind of is a big old puffy thing and doesn't say anything. It just kind of puts its paws together and bows to you. Seraphina steps up and regards the spirit and bows back to it.
Is there any way you could tell us what happened to it? I ask Seraphina.
She poses the question to the spirit, and it kind of regards her for a minute and sinks down, and as it does, like, waters begin to fill up the hot spring pools that you guys are in. Where it was, like, ankle deep is now beginning to rise up your calves.
I'm doing my best not to imagine that he's peeing all over the
He's urinating. And it's very hot urine.
Hot piss.
Smells very strongly of minerals.
Fathom curls up in the water. Like, as soon as it starts elevating, he, like, gets down into it.
Yeah, you feel it, like, actually...
Splashies.
It's as if it's warming your very bones. And the spirit just kind of sits there and it kind of rests its hands on its belly, its large belly, and it kind of holds out 2 paws, and it says... And Seraphina's just like, I think it just means that there's an imbalance? I don't know. And it just kind of nods and then goes back to putting its paws together and sitting there with his little smiley face. The hot springs waters are now extending all the way to the edges of the cavern and are seeping into the mountains. Also, all of you guys are now experiencing the healing powers of the springs, too. If any of you are injured, you take 13 points of HP back.
Nice.
Dang, okay.
I don't even
This is how
have that.
I'm up to full.
Me too.
There's a kind of glittering feeling as you feel your wounds start to heal up, and the kind of lethargic despair that you might have been feeling before is lifted, and suddenly you feel more buoyant than ever.
Well, not to get, right on to the next thing, but, Seraphina, we had some questions and concerns. We met some friends on the road. At least I think they're friends. I'm not too sure about one of them. But have you heard of the Silver Sword?
The Silver Sword, yes. The Heroes of Yore, I think, is the song that I heard. Yeah, they've been in a few battles. Heroes, yes.
Yeah, well, they went to Spokeswood and got the Crystal Tear. And they were just carrying it all, like, well, I guess they had it encased in an enclosure. But then they started fighting over it, and it broke and exploded. And now they're trapped in Malachi's house. And Malachi seems fishy.
Malachite?
Yeah, that's what they said his name was. And he said that he was trying to use the crystal tears to fix the bog mother, but it wasn't working. And I was thinking maybe something like this flask might be what kind of she's after.
Okay. Yes, I think that I'm with you, aligned in that thought, that perhaps what happened here to the spirit is what's happening to the bog mother. Unfortunately, I don't think Malachi was being entirely forthcoming with you. I think that his version of healing the bog mother was not as simple as what we did here.
Yeah, he said he needed a whole tear, and I guess it didn't work when he tried to use it, right? And that's why he needed the one from Spokeswood. But the last time he tried was 10 years ago in the swamp.
I have heard of his attempts through various channels. And I can say that that poor man, I cannot help but pity him because truly, I don't believe that it's his fault, but what he is trying to do is, quite frankly, well, it's not right. I think that he's trying to create another Anthesis well in Coven Lodge swamps. He wants to erect a veil there, not only for the Bog Mother, but when he first tried to contact me, he was trying to help his sister.
Well, what's bad about creating an Anthesis well and putting up a veil? Isn't that what keeps Liminal Haven safe?
I think that we may require a longer talk. She looks to the hot spring spirit and she bows again and says a few words of thanks to him and is like, why don't we continue this back at the inn? And has Gideon lead you guys out and back down the mountain path. As she's walking, she's deep in thought and she's regarding you all and such valor, such strong, courageous folk you are. I don't believe the crystal tears should go back to Liminal Haven. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Oh.
I knew it.
Paradise is a lie.
All right.
What do you mean? Utopias are always good.
This was a really thick sode, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have to pee so
Oh,
bad.
sorry. All right.
They said that they don't eat, right? Or
Yeah.
So,
presumably they don't poop. I think they're fine in a room.
right, the
That-
poop was the problem
That is
for
the
you.
concern, yes, that one would have to poop.
Maybe the people should have their own choice. Maybe if they knew, then they could decide if they wanted to stay or go.
Hey!
Oh, nice. That's
I
amazing.
want one.
Right, but Malachi said that he tried this once before, 10
There we
years
go.
ago, with
Okay.
the crystal tear from the swamp. Are you at least 10 years old?
I am an adult.
I'm a man.
I'm a man now.
You say we brought an adult, but I also am an adult.
It's got its tongue out. It's very excited and happy that you fed it.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we're.
I think mostly they just can't eat grapes and like onions.
Onions bad. Are we sure?
But garlic is good.
Shadow dies.
Devastating.